free draw today. I don't, it just means I don't know what I want to draw. So we'll draw whatever. I've been drawing a lot of skeletons lately. I used to draw a lot of skulls and skeletons. But I need to practice more anatomy. So maybe that's part of why I'm doing it. Hey, Fungi, welcome, welcome. Trying to be a little bit looser. The shoulder blades, always so weird to me. It's the rib cage that you really have to focus on. It defines so much of the body. But we don't have to keep up with these skeletons. It's just a fun start. And do more balloony stuff. So it's raining today. Ooh, we went to what was listed as a stationery store. I was looking for a new ruler because I can only find this ruler, and I can't find this ruler. So beat up. I can't find my good ruler. So we thought we would go to the stationery store to see. Oh, you know what would be interesting? What if somebody, I'm totally distracted. What if somebody was wearing like a vest? They must have this, like a vest, but it's what's the fashion drawing rule? Oh yeah, like a vest, but it's just a rib cage. I bet you we could look up rib cage vest. This has to be a thing. Let's see. Should I try to make it nice? I can. I haven't done a fashion drawing in quite a while. I remember for fashion illustration, you're supposed to. Hey, what's wrong with my pencil? Oh, I shake it to make sure. Can you guys hear that? Wait, is a ribcage vest just a corset? I think a lot of the popular corsets now are um, waist corsets, so like more here, like that's where it tightens. You do like a rib cage vest, and then you have like a bright red anatomical heart in here. I always think it's funny when they draw the anatomical heart. I just did it. But when you draw the anatomical heart inside the body, but you still have like the empty arteries and stuff, like the cutoffs where it would go, because that's what it looks like in like medical textbooks, because they're showing it not inside the human body usually. But I get it. Like, what are you going to draw every I mean, what'd you do? Would you stick with the collarbone? I guess you do the collarbone. You come down to what is this? The scapula. No, the scapula is the shoulders. The solar plexus. And then it's like curved like this. So it comes up. And this is one side. And there's little buttons. Yeah, and the collarbone's probably where it ends. Yeah, the armholes. Okay. And I didn't do the hips yet. Okay, hips and legs. I don't quite have enough height. Okay. And then if you're wearing a rib cage vest, I didn't draw the corset. What else are you wearing? What kind of shirt? Like, I feel like I would do like something really ornate, like with a big puffy sleeve. Like, not quite pirate, but you have like a big ruffle here. And then like that kind of a bell sleeve. Big shoulder ruffle and bell sleeve. And fashion drawing hands. Fashion drawing hands, I feel like are always like, I can't even do them in real life. A lot of women can do it though. I don't know if that like keeps it out of the way of the clothes or why. I'm gonna loosen this vest up. It shouldn't, I don't want it to be skin tight. Okay. I don't know what fabric this vest would be made out of. When I learned fashion drawing, fashion illustration, you were supposed to like find a sample of the fabric that you wanted to like make these things out of and like attach it to the drawing. Okay, now, so we could do like something like her legs are coming together here, but that doesn't necessarily like here's one knee, here's the other. This hip is higher, so this knee is a little bit higher. I didn't leave enough space so we could do shoes, but we could do something like a Morticia. I don't think that's right though. Like one of those, oh, gosh, I can't think of what this kind of dress is called. But what's more interesting? I kind of want to match this ruffle on the top. I don't want to do a ruffled waist. I think that looks, it just looks very specific. Um, let's do a ruffle. Oh, should we do, let's try it. What the hey? Let's do an uneven, um, like hemline. We'll have it like come, even though this is how it would sit, because her waist is like this, her hips are like that, we'll exaggerate it and have it come even further down. I don't know why. It's striking to me. Have it be a little bit loose, a little bit flowy. Oh yeah. Give it some pleats or some darting maybe. Let's do a belt. Should we do one of those Y2K belts that are just like not attached to clothes? No, let's put it on the actual skirt. I don't think it's a I don't think it's a Y2K not attached to belts, not attached to clothes belt time. We could do, but we could still do something Y2K about it. Let's make it studded or spiky. Let's make it spiky. Let's put some spikes on this belt, like a giant spike collar. Not super easy to draw spikes like this, but this is how I do it. Kind of like circly triangles. I mean, that's a cone, but you do spikes on the end, a couple of triangles here, and then like as it gets closer to the middle, it's a circle. And that would be black. Oh yeah, and the shirt would probably just be tucked in, this guy. And should we do ruffles at the collar? Yeah, yeah, I like that. Okay, very weirdly ruffly, kind of punky. We can give her um, kind of calf cowboy boots. You don't see the toe, but let's assume those are cowboy boots. Or, yeah, let's assume they're cowboy boots. Yeah, let's clean some of this up so we can like get a good idea of what it actually would look like, or a better idea of what it would look like. Okay, so I'm just making some choices here. When I was scribbling the ribs on, it was really easy to not have to choose where they actually went. But now we have to choose where they actually go, but that's not a problem. Put them where ribs go. I think that's fine. Okay. I'm just gonna redo this side because with the heart and everything, it got a little messy, and I just want to match it to the other side here. I think the ribs would be kind of off-white. I don't think super white would be good. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it kind of could be. It low-key could be really good to do like a bright white for the ribs. You have like black, bright white, and then like a big, bright red, like heart going on. Okay. Oop. There's the heart. All right, I'm liking this more and more. Okay, let's add some color to the. Hey, country ball, how you doing? Let's add some color to the rib cage and the heart and stuff, and the vest. I lost my pencil. Oh my God, I lost my pencil sharpener. It's literally sitting right next to my hand. So we're doing a free drawing kind of whatever, but I started drawing a skeleton and then I thought like a rib cage vest would be really cool. And so then I did a fashion drawing of somebody with a rib cage vest. And then we kind of put together an outfit. So I guess an outfit. You can see the heart through the ribs of the vest. I decided to do off-white for the ribs. I know I said white, bright white, but I don't know. There's something like, well, hang on, because these ones are all still black. Oh, it's just you've talked the most in chat today. Or not even today, in the last few minutes. That's how number one and crowns and stuff like that works. It took me so long to figure that out. But yeah, that's what that means. But yeah, welcome, welcome. Yeah, because you're a queen. Yeah. Okay. I think a dark gray for in between the ribs. I was thinking either dark gray or black. Um, like a charcoal. You know, like sometimes like a dark man suit color. I think that would be nice. This is just a dirty sketch too. We're just trying to see if we like the concept. Well, thank you. Thank you for watching. I think the more I add the color and stuff, I think it's really coming together. I like this. I think the vision is right. I had the collarbone here, kind of took it out. So let me add that back in. I'm not great at the shape of the collarbone, but I'll try. I think it's just kind of curved the other way. I could look it up. I have an anatomy book for artists that I've been meaning to like bust out and start actually practicing because I haven't done anatomy in art in a really long time. Like in a really long time. So and I don't remember it being very important when I did learn it. So like, oh yeah. Yeah, I was just stuck on some brain rot myself. Like it definitely happens. I wanted to start this stream about an hour ago and I like made my thumbnail and then I sat down and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have some water and then I'm going to start streaming. And then I watched like brain rot TikToks about like it doesn't even matter. It was so dumb. Um, but I'm here now. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I don't know. Like well, let's do the belt because I do think the belt is gonna be like black, like that Y2K pop punk hot topics fashion thing that was going on. I love that. That's my kind of that's my kind of life. But I don't know what color this shirt should be. I should put a slip. Hang on, let me put a slip. You're supposed to draw on a with your hand on a piece of paper. You can see my hand is all, and I'm rubbing that around. See if I erase this thing that I have not even drawn on, it's because my hand has been on top of it, and it's basically drawn a big gray mess on the paper. And that makes it harder to clean up when you scan it in or anything, but I always forget to do the dang slip sheet. And then even when I remember, I'm like, which is it's terrible. I should just do it. So I think I was thinking kind of like a blue, a light blue and white for the puff because I was thinking about hydrangeas and they're like blue, purple, violet, and white. But like, is that the right color? The shoulder is so high and because of the puff it like looks weird. I'm just gonna drop this a little bit because it looks like it's the wrong length, even though I don't think it is. I think I did the proportions correctly, but it's better to look right than to be right every time in art. I'm gonna do like a baby pink, a light pink. I think that's I like the contrast of that with the like black and the punkiness. Oh yeah. Yeah, I really like this outfit. Yeah, it's not like being good at drawing is a spectrum, right? So like you can everybody was not good at drawing at some point, first of all. And you can get good at drawing different things and still be bad at drawing other things and still be like bad at drawing. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was going to draw today, and this came out, and I'm really happy with it. I used to draw a lot of fashion illustrations and like fashion designs like this, and I stopped, and I don't really know why, because I love clothes and I love drawing stuff like this. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Oh yeah, this is also gonna be that. This sort of baby pink. Now, this frill, I'm like all over the place with this. I kind of want to do the blue violet for the like the hydrangeas, but then is that gonna work with the pink? Hmm. Let's just do it, right? And if it doesn't work with the pink, it will cry about it. I think that's the. Let's start with the violet. Would you know what this would probably be like an ombre. I don't know what that word is. A gradient. I think the violet looks good. I think I'll keep it the violet only. Oh my gosh. This is the first time I've had this whole set of pencils break. I've not played the game. I've been meaning to draw something from Five Nights at Freddy's. I've drawn one or two things, I think. From requests. Do you have a particular animatronic you would want to see drawn? Now I want to change the skirt because I'm thinking I don't like it. It could have just been a dress if we're going to make it the exact same. But we do have this frill, and maybe it's just a dress. Maybe that's what it is. A dress with a belt and a vest is pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. It wasn't my original idea. Oh yeah, I love drawing Santa. Could we do, I don't know what, I've not played the Five Nights at Freddy's games. So I don't, in my mind, I don't know like what the animatronics, like what makes them look like animatronics in the art style. Like, I know it gets a little, well, it gets a little like they eat people or something. So I know there's like big springs and stuff like that. I don't hate it. What do I play the most? I think I play a lot of like strategy games. I think that's probably what I play the most. Like tactics games, stuff like that. I've been playing or roguelites. I've been playing Into the Breach, which is a sort of board game where you control giant robots like mechs and they fight for control of to save civilization. Ooh, building games. Some of my all-time favorite games, what from like back in the old days, were building games. I really liked my first building game I ever played was Sim Tower. You know, I loved it. So fun. And then I played Minecraft. I probably put in 2,000 hours or more into Minecraft. I've been playing it since it came out. Love Minecraft. Oh, reactors, large buildings. Is that the title of the game? It's pretty neat. I decided red for the buttons, and I'm gonna do them with like a black. In my mind, the face of the button is red, and then the outside and the back is black. So I'm gonna do just one side like this, black. I think that conveys that message. Oh, I forgot the collar. Ah, Roblox. I have not played Roblox. Um, I know my niece plays it, and then my nephews have played it. I don't know what this collar is, but it is the collar I did. I took away the ruffle on the collar. But yeah, Roblox is neat because like I know you can have like any kind of game in Roblox. Gosh, what are fashion faces supposed to be like? I don't know. We don't have to put a face. But why not? I know you're supposed to have it be bigger than lifelike so you can like show how the makeup is supposed to look if you have makeup on the model, but I don't remember. Blech! This face looks weird. I'm erasing it. Don't look. Why was that so weird? Yeah, I have done some I've programming. I've not worked in Roblox, but I have done some programming. Nothing I ever finished. Um, but I love building games. It's really fun. Ironically, a lot of the older games, because before I was in an illustration. Um, ooh, what would the earrings be? I like organs, like a liver and a kidney. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, I like it. We got the cowboy boots kind of came together even. I have this other brown I'm going to use to finish off the cowboy boots. I think that looks like the right color. All right. That was fun. This is a good one. Okay, I'll do the face so it doesn't look weird. I've drawn tens of faces. I've drawn hundreds of faces. And the vast majority of them don't look weird. In fact, when I first started doing shorts on YouTube, I drew faces. That was my whole thing. Although to be very fair, a lot of them looked weird because I didn't. Okay, so part of it is her head is crooked, my head is crooked, someone's head is crooked. Her lips would be here-ish. Don't sneer. Her nose would be here-ish, which means her eyes would be here. We can give her big eyes. For whatever reason, the bigger the eyes, the not weirder the face looks. I don't know what it feels like. If you had really big eyes, your face would look weird. But like, not really. Human brains like autocorrect for that. Oh, I was stopped breathing. I don't know why. I wonder if other people do this when they're drawing. No, no list yet. I was thinking animatronic is the next thing. Uh, I wasn't sure if I would do Five Nights at Freddy's or a different animatronic, but I thought I would do an animatronic. I think that's fun. Okay, let's clean this up. Just clear off these guidelines. What happened? I went the wrong way on this one. It was so fine. It was fine. Okay. That's good. Your chin's a little big. But that's okay. I only have one. Oh, hey, Braxton. All right. Let's see. So we're thinking Five Nights at Freddy's, animatronic. So I could try to do one from what I would guess it is, because like I said, I've never played the game. But no, I'll just let's look one up. Freddy or Foxy? Okay, okay. Where's my water? Here it is. Oh wait, I have a seltzer. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll look up a reference. Have you ever seen like genuine animatronics in person? I went to a Chuck E. Cheese once, right? Which is well, I think what Five Nights at Freddy's is based off of. Um, I did not like the animatronics they had there. Very strange. I'm gonna do this a little bit smaller. I was gonna do it. It's fine. There we go. This will be the hat. I'm just gonna get a rough sketch, and then we'll go in and we'll start filling in the details. Nose, eyes, hat, eyebrows, top of the mouth, bottom mouth. Okay. And then he has a body. I do body, 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 body. What's this called? Bow tie. I like how the arms are like in barrels, like split up into different parts. That makes a lot of sense because it's an animatronic. Hand, barrel, barrel, hand. Oh, microphone. Barrel, barrel, hand, microphone, hand. Okay. And then like G.I. Joe legs slash Barbie hips. Okay, barrel, barrel. Yeah, Freddy. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, let's start from the head and work our way down. So we'll do the ears. Okay. The ears are, okay, yeah, just like regular kind of animal ears. But like pointed straight at you like satellites instead of sidewards, which is fine. It's just funny. A lot of animal ears, they still point straight at you. So the reason animals can move their ears all around is so they can tell where sounds are coming from. And like we can tell where sounds are coming from just based on how far apart they hit our different ears. It's really interesting uh, because so we spend more time processing or we spend more power processing that to get the same information. Animals do seem to get better information as far as we can tell. Okay. I always think about when I think about animatronics, I think about that scene in a Goofy movie where it's like they go to like Gator, I forget, it's like a sideshow attraction, like a roadside attraction. And it's like alligators and they're all singing in the swamp. Gator something something or the other. All right, so okay. So this part of the arm is just, it's like it might be a ball joint, but we don't see all that. We only see a triangle of it. And I assume that's because the parts we don't see are inside the body and inside this arm piece. Oh, thanks. And then, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it comes down. So I don't know if you know old G.I. Joes, and I can't remember if old Barbies had this too, but old G.I. Joes like had this, and I still draw this shape, but like bigger a lot when I'm drawing people because this is like how you draw the hip bone section of a person when you're illustrating them. So like you have, is Freddy easier? Which one is this? Oh, this is Freddy. Freddy's easier. We'll do nobody else has had done a request. So we can do Foxy afterwards. Let's do both. And then I'll do a random one. Like I'll make up an animatronic. We'll do an animatronic I don't know. We'll come up with a different animal and we'll do an animatronic that animal. That could be fun. Okay. If you believe. Okay, yeah, I said, yeah, I didn't see. We are, we're, you know, I think I can see your chat after you hear it. We're not synced up because of just how YouTube streaming works. Sometimes it's like really, really close, but most of the time it's like that. Okay, so we have the microphone. Let's do like a basic microphone shape real quick. And then figure out how the hand would be. Uh, this hand holding like this. So thumb on top out like this. And then like hand. And I feel like animatronic hands always look like weird boxing gloves. Okay. I moved the thumb, but I think otherwise this is pretty good. I'll just get a little eraser in there. Okay. What there's like maybe it was old video games. I feel like there used to be something and the people always had giant boxing glove hands. Maybe it was old video games. Oh, hey Attila. Welcome. Yeah, I bet you. I bet you there's less nice people. We streamed on a buddy of mine wanted to stream. I streamed with him on Twitch, playing video games instead of illustrating. So maybe I'll try illustrating. And like the only people who actually said anything, they were kind of weird. They weren't mean exactly, but they were like, "Let me do your drawing. Why don't you? You should let me do your profile picture. I want to draw your profile picture." And I was like, "Oh, no thanks. Like I'm an artist. Like I'm gonna." I'm gonna draw our profile picture and do the design work, And he's like, let me do it. I'll do it for just $10. I'll do it for free. And we were like, no, thank you. And then he did it and he sent it to us. And we were like, oh, okay. Like, that's very kind. And then he was like, it's $10. And we were like, oh, no, thank you. And he's like, this is how I make my living. How can you do this to me? And I was like, bro, I cannot. This is not this is not something I care about. Ugh, yeah. People listen, if you think somebody sucks, right? That's your opinion. You're totally allowed to feel like somebody sucks. Nobody should tell you not to feel like somebody sucks. But you know what? You don't have to say that, especially on a streaming service like this, like on Twitch or even on YouTube Lives. Like literally scroll to the next person. Like, what is happening? Now we missed his feet again with the missing the feet. I don't think we'll color him because you guys all know what color this guy is. We'll do. Yeah, definitely scammers. You're totally right. Okay, so let's do Foxy. Foxy Bear. No, it's Freddy Bear, right? Freddy Fazbear. I don't actually know. I don't actually know. Which one is Fox? It's Foxy, right? That's the name. Oh, dang. Foxy is harder. Neat. Let's look at the wiki. Let's see what we get. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was thinking about. Nice. All right, we'll do it a little smaller. So we hopefully can fit the whole thing. And I will do a slightly more detailed sketch out first. Okay. So head, and we'll just throw the ears on there. This is just the sketch out. We're not this is not perfect by any means. We're just getting the shapes down first. Shoulders, kind of body. Okay. Oh my gosh, I ran out of space again. Okay, okay. Oh, so I'm drawing. Ooh. Sure. I'm gonna let me put that on the list, Sansaman. Because I'll do Freddy Foxy first, and then that'll be the next bin chicken. If I look it up, will that come up? I'll just also write down white ibis. Do they go through the bins, man? That we had raccoons and like, oh man, totally crazy. Oh yeah, I'm sketching Foxy the animatronic. Righted it's. Okay. So I had to shrink it up a little because I was going too big and I wanted to fit the whole thing, especially for this guy because his legs are really interesting. Oh, thank you. Okay. So then we have the hip bone, which is not, it's like a G.I. Joe hip. I've said this now so much. Okay. And then he has like cork for leg. Oh man, it's like he has prosthetics. But I guess this is what the inside of any animatronic would look like. It's just we're seeing the inside of him. I don't know the story, so I don't know if that's exactly right, but like I think like this would be well, animatronics are really interesting. I thought kind of oh hey Wendy Scola. Coral. Yeah, I haven't done I so we moved and I was working on that Blub Blub picture book and I have lost it. And I found it the other day and I was like, perfect, I will start doing these again. And then I lost it again. But yeah, we still do coral. It's just not as of not lately. But we can do a piece of coral. I'm doing a requests right now, so we could do a piece of coral. It sounds fun. Oh, thank you so much, Snowy. We're doing Foxy the animatronic, and then we're doing a bin chicken, an Australian bin chicken, which I'm pretty excited for. I don't know why. Oh, coral the fish. Oh yeah. Yes. Where's I just saw coral the fish because I was going through the drawings to scan things in and put them on shirts or post like put them available for that kind of thing. And I was like, oh man, I need to do coral the fish. Um, yeah, I love that. I love that drawing. We could do, she was just a fish person, right? Like, I'm trying to remember. I'm like, sort of like this. That's great, Wendy. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, I've been going through stuff over the last few days, and I'm gonna keep it up. And I have like a T Public, and I just wanted to like clean things up that I really liked and put them on there so that in case anybody wanted one of them, or if like people thought they were cool, they could get them on stickers or shirts or anything like that. No pressure. And I was thinking I would color Coral and get her on there. I did just do Wendy. Let me see. We just did this, not Coral, but a fashion illustration of a ribcage vest. Okay, let's see. Josh Jacobs Packers. Josh Jacobs Packers. Yeah, that'll be. I have one other thing before that on the request list. We have Bin Chicken and now we have Josh Jacobs Packers. And we're just finishing up Foxy here. Okay. Foxy is coming together. I gotta get the teeth. Chow, 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 chow. So I have, like many people, I have two grandmas, but I have a grandma and I have a step grandma. And one time my grandma told me a story about how she's only been in two car accidents, and one of them she wouldn't tell me about. I can't remember what it was, but the other one was she was going down a one-way street and somebody was going the wrong way coming back and they hit her. And like it wasn't a big deal, but like everyone was safe, but um, it went on her record and she had to pay more insurance or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how that works. And then my step grandma, she had like broken her leg and she wasn't supposed to be driving. No, she was driving and she broke her leg, and we asked her how she did it, and she said she was going down a one-way street and someone came turned in going the wrong way. And I just think about that, like, why? I don't know why I think like I don't know why I think about that. I wonder if it's a common cause of accident. I was driving the other day. I don't drive often. I don't like driving. I I didn't drive for a very long time, and somebody turned down the wrong way down a one-way street. It's crazy. That's why I'm thinking about it probably. Ooh, what's my favorite food? Gosh, it hmm. Okay. So there's two obvious choices for me. Um, Egg sandwiches. I really love an egg sandwich on a specific type of hard roll that like is native to my home region of Long Island, my where I grew up. Or uh it's I think pizza is pretty high up there. I think that's up there for everybody. Um yeah, I really like a good Chinese dumpling also. Man, good Chinese dumpling. For a while I was really uh struggling. I just, we don't have to get into the details, but I was really struggling. And I would go to this Chinese food place, the local Chinese food place, and I didn't have a lot of money at the time, but I also didn't have any place else to eat lunch. Oh, sushi is very good. Sushi is very good. Oh man, yeah. You asked me another day, and my favorite food is definitely like katsu, chicken katsu, or ramen, cabbage and ramen, fried cabbage and ramen. Man, fried cabbage and ramen sounds great. Maybe I'll go to the grocery store and get a cabbage after this. No, no, I'll get a cabbage tomorrow. I'll get a cabbage tomorrow. Yeah, that's smart. Wendy used to be not a name, right? I think it was a last name, but it wasn't a name. And then in Peter Pan, the girl's name is Wendy, and that play was so popular that the name Wendy became popular. I know two examples of this happening. You have Wendy, which I just said, and then there's also Madison. Madison was not a real name, it was a last name. This one I know it was a last name. And then there was a movie about mermaids. I cannot remember the name of it. Splash or maybe Mermaids or something like that. in the mid 80s. And they asked the girl like what her name was, and she looked at a street sign and it was Madison, and she said, "I'm Madison." And Tom Hanks goes, uh, that's not a real name. I drew one eyebrow before and then I didn't draw the second one. I must have gotten distracted. Okay. I'm excited to draw the white ibis. Where I grew up by the sea, and there were so many. This guy doesn't look evil. He looks tired. There were so many seagulls. Man, they are loud and annoying and will steal your food. All right. Oh, look at this impromptu version of Coral. I love it. I'll have to draw more Coral. That's fun. Okay, so let's go over what we got today. We have an unfinished skeleton holding a, and then we have this girl with her core or her ribcage vest and her flowy dress with a punk belt. Okay, and then we have Freddy doing good. We have Foxy with a lazy eye. And now we're doing, here's the list. I'm going to put the list up. Okay. Now we're going to do a bin chicken. I'm pretty excited. I think I've drawn a white ibis before, but I always like drawing a bird. I know Australia has a couple of bird problems that are common. I mean, maybe it's in different regions because Australia is freaking gigantic. Um, but they have the ibises, right? Then they have these, what is it? Cassowaries that come for the fruit but can like really mess you up and are endangered. It might not be cassowaries. I might be making it up. I might be misremembering the name. And then they have the ones that'll dive bomb you, magpies. Okay, we'll put that on the list. Endoskeleton. Okay, so we have to figure out what kind of bin we're going to draw. We could just do the standard. I think most bins around the world are pretty standard. So we could do one of those. Yeah, okay, this is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. Oh, wires are fun. Okay, okay. So let's get the sketch of this down. How much can you guys see from here to here? Okay, so a lot. Good. Um, hmm, which way? We'll have it. Okay. So we're gonna do sort of a bin like this. It's fine, we'll go that way. I don't remember if the wheel is on the side where it opens or on the other side, but I don't think it's a huge deal. Gotta make it look actually right, because that ain't it. This is a bin chicken of Australia. The Australian white ibis seems to have trouble not eating your garbage. So this is the bin. We're going to put the garbage in a second, and then we're going to put in the ibis. I'm trying to get this lid looking right before I get all... Okay, that's good, that's good. A lot of it's going to be covered up with bin liner anyway. All right. I think this is starting to come together. I don't know. Because I know they do, so for a while it was turned on by default, and then they turned it off by default, so I didn't have it. And then they turned it back on. And then they've made a couple of changes to it since they started. So I haven't really kept up with it. I've just left it on default. So whatever YouTube wants to make of it, I let them make of it that. But yeah, I'm not sure how... I'm focusing a lot on this wheel. The wheel does not matter. I am not sure how the chat XP works. Okay. What is this? We're still in the sketching stage, but we're getting there. Okay. So now I wonder if we could get this guy, like, how far bent over would an ibis go? Would it be like... Let's draw it and see how it looks. So they sort of look like this. And they've got a long bendy neck, but this one's neck will be mostly out, and they've got this hooked beak. Okay. Oh wow. Time does pass fast. I don't even know how long. Oh yeah, we've been going for an hour. Neat. And they seem okay. I think this is more or less the right shape for the body, as long as the neck comes out from here. Because okay, and then kind of a flat bottom. Yeah, not exactly, but kind of. And then this is where the legs would come from. The legs are long, so I think the legs would be, yeah, like really bent back in order to be on the garbage can like this. Yep, yep. Okay, and this one is coming out of the body. Get that kind of thing. Just draw those guys. Like that. And now this part is like the wing ends, and then like the butt is gray blackish. This folds up over that. That's the... I think we're getting there. I'm feeling good about this white ibis. Oh yeah, the Australia's really big. So what I've heard, and I'm not an Australian expert or anything, but what I've heard is like there are some of the most dangerous animals in the world there, but not really where there are people. Now, that doesn't mean don't you need to know about them. You do need to know about them to stay safe. Um, especially if you're going out into certain areas. But as long as you stay smart and you follow the guidelines and everything, it's pretty safe. Um, but yeah, it is dangerous. It's just it's dangerous in a way. Okay, I'm reassessing this. I drew this butt like a different kind of bird, but the ibis looks like it sort of has like a different kind of feathery butt. I think it's more like, yeah, more, yeah, like that. Okay. Okay. The neck goes down, the neck comes up. Oh, yeah. Is that true? 60%. I know there's a lot of like just not wilderness. What do they call it? Outback in Australia. That is just incredibly huge and not unused, but uninhabited, really. But I don't know if it's inhabitable. Although I have read, I don't know where its eye is. I can't see the dang thing's eye. I think it might just be like eye. Oh yeah, I mean, we don't even know how big the universe is, and not only do we not know, we can never know. That when I found that out, I was a little bit annoyed. But because the universe is expanding and light can only travel as fast as light can travel, like the further we see, the further back in time we see, but we're seeing all the way back to the Big Bang. Oh yeah, there's like no. I was reading somebody talking about black holes, and they were saying like how black holes, the way time works with black holes is different. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. I wonder if they're going to talk about like the relativistic effects. So like if you fall into a black hole and somebody's watching you, they will never see you fully go into the black hole because you will seem to just stop right at the edge because like the way time dilation works. It'll take like basically infinity. As far as we know, the way black holes work, it would be like that. But okay. Oops, holding my breath again. Breathe, breathe. All right, I think that's pretty good. Let's get some of this. Yeah. So there's a theory that we cannot yet prove incorrect, and we can't verify it experimentally, but it would work with the mathematics and our understanding of the universe that like we are in some ways inside of a black hole, like living inside, or there's another one that works, which is that black holes are like projectors and they are projecting the universe as a hologram. What's really interesting about that theory and the science, I mean, and the math behind it that makes it work, is it would mean we actually are 2D and we only think we're 3D because of the way it's like it work like the way holograms work, because holograms fake an extra dimension, and so a 2D hologram would look 3D. We You can see that like on holographic cards and stuff. Yeah, it's interesting. It's impossible. And like a lot of these questions we might be able to answer with some clever math and clever physics, but a lot of them are essentially unanswerable because there's no, at least as of yet, we do not know the a way to make them scientifically experimentally testable. It's really interesting what we can figure out because there used to be lots of stuff that we can't make, we couldn't make scientifically, I mean, experimentally testable that we now can. A lot of quantum physics, they were like, well, we'll just never be able to figure it out. There's no way to know. And then somebody was like, well, actually, if you look at it like this, we can test this experimentally. And then they were like, oh, well, yeah, then we know if it's real or not. What's really interesting with quantum physics is it basically always turns out to be real. We Quantum physics is the most experimentally tested um, field of science. We like know for sure it's real, but it we keep testing it because it feels like it should be wrong um, to a lot of people. Yeah, the apple rotting and then rebuilding sounds a lot like the way we've been studying. I mean, I don't know that experiment or that what you're referencing, if it's a metaphor, but it sounds a lot like the study of entropy, which we've just had a big breakthrough. I say just, but in the last few years, we have a new understanding of entropy because why did I switch to this pencil? For a long time, we thought that things could not get spontaneously organized. Like that's just not how it worked. That would essentially be time going backwards. And we thought like that, that's impossible. Time only goes forwards. And then we found out that no, it's not impossible. In fact, it happens and it can happen. And so in some ways, time, could we see this other wheel? So it would be How far away is that? Sunk. This would be sunk. It would be here. Is that right? It would be here. Okay. Nope. It would be here. Okay, hang on. Let me get a piece of paper. So we have the garbage can going from there to there at this, oh, actually at this angle, right? Yeah, at this angle. Okay. So we need to move this, keeping it at this angle, down to the wheel. Okay, it would be here. So no, you cannot see that wheel. Okay, good. Just double checking. But yeah, the study of time and entropy is really interesting um, because we've proven a lot of quantum physics to be true, and we can show it's true even at greater sizes than we originally thought, because we were like, well, it only works when things are small, but it turns out that's not true either. Um, it's really interesting what that means for our universe, because things like time moving in a straight line and always moving forward, that's just not true. Like, it feels true to us, but it's not actually how the world works or how the universe works. I don't know what other garbage. Whenever I draw garbage, it's always just like crumpled up pieces of paper because that's what my garbage always is. I'm doing like a tray for like when you get things from the grocery store, sometimes they're in a tray. And we'll do like a box over here. We'll do it. I was trying to think of like what I know about Australia. We'll do a Tim Tam wrapper. See, I know Australian things. Oh yeah, like a Marmite, a Marmite. Nope, sorry, Vegemite. Canister, jar. It's called a jar. Vegemite. All right, all right. I'm liking this. Let's do the bin in green. That color, sure. That color's fine. Okay. No, I should have done it in crayon. I'm gonna switch over. Dang, someone's car alarm is going off. So I live in a city and we just started driving a car. We just started having a car for the first time in, I don't know, more than 10 years. I don't like having a car, but it's fine having a car when you need a car. Anyway, that's not important. Um, we have to park like a few blocks away. That's just where there's parking. And I'm always like, what if my car alarm goes off? And it's just like going off. And I'm really annoying like people around the block. And like they see me get into my car and they're like, that guy. That's the guy with the freaking car alarm that always goes off. It's probably not a smart thing to think about, but you know, you know how it goes. Color is this just regular green. I'm trying to get these because I did the colored pencil first. So I'm trying to get that to like kind of disappear. That's why I'm layering two colors over. Usually with crayon, I wouldn't. Not it's not usual. I might do it sometimes, but it's not usual. But I really want that colored pencil that I started to not be obvious. Okay. And then we'll do that one, and we'll do this way. Okay. And then we're gonna do I have a really dark green? What's this? Forest. This is like not different. Okay. I'm gonna do a little blue in here to kind of get the inside, the shadow on the inside. Okay, I think that worked. Now for the black bag, I think we'll just use a black colored pencil. And then I kind of want to try to figure out where the white would be, like the specular highlights, but I don't know. Like a plastic bag is so complicated because it's like so I don't even know what you would call it. It's so I want to say crinkly, but that's not really what I mean. Whoops. You know what I forgot? To do this dang I was thinking that the forest green sort of looked just like this combination of the other two greens. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't. Oh, we'll just use regular green for the lid. Okay. There, we're getting there. We're getting there. Bin chicken. Let's do some garbage. Let's do garbage in yellow. Yellow always feels like a garbage color to me. Some orange. Some of this like bright green. It's like products are that way. And I think let's start with those and see where we get to. I think this will be yellow. I want this to be like a tray of old food or something. I think this will be yellow because I was kind of imagining it would be Marmite, and if my memory serves, the Marmite container's yellow mostly. Then we'll do some orange for like this weird box. We'll do some orange for this crumpled piece of paper. Kind of like an orange end. And we'll do for this paper here, I'm going to do like a kind of a design. The one that's in its mouth. So actually I'm going to do a little erase for this one. Okay. I'm going to do orange and green. Okay. I guess I will do blue. This is already blue, so... And I'm sure there's stuff that actually is blue. I'll do a little red because we have a lot of green, so actually red will really pop. But I feel like most of garbage is sort of white, maybe brown. We'll give everything a little bit of a shadow so it exists in the world that we're in. I'm going to shadow some of this ibis, even though this is mostly going to be white. I'll use the shadows to give it some shape and make it look more real. All right, I think it's pretty good. Oh, I forgot to use the dang slip sheet. I'll keep being a dummy. I'm still doing it. Sometimes I'm good for a few days and then I forget. It's a huge pain too. It's not worth forgetting at all. It's worth remembering, I should say. All right. I'm trying to think of anything else. Hang on. I'm gonna look up. I only know one Australian expression off the top of my head, and it's not a okay. Hmm. All right. What's next? Oh, Josh Jacobs Packers. I don't know what this is. Oh, is it just it's Josh Jacobs from the Packers? Okay. He's like a person. All right. We can do something with this. Okay, let me leave you guys for 1 second. I'm gonna have this guy, and I will be right back, and we will do Josh Jacobs Packers. I mean, Josh Jacobs from the Packers. Okay, what is it? Green and yellow. Be right back. Ooh, I fell down. All right. Josh Jacobs, I'm coming to get you in a drawing. I'm coming to draw you. I need more paper. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it a little cartoony because I think I will not do it justice in a realistic form. But I think we got this. Shoulder pads, chin strap, helmet, face guard. Okay. We're doing the sketch first, and then we will get on to the details, the color. We will get what is he? He like points. Gotta get him pointing in the same direction. Okay. That's not terrible. We'll see how that shapes up as we keep going. This will say 8 because that's his number. And then, like, legs, however legs work. Nobody knows. It's one of those mysteries of science. Okay, let's get a little bit more drilled down on the face. And the helmet. Okay. So then the actual head is like that. Okay, and then eyes. This eyebrows are like up here, kind of So then here would be the eyes. The nose is like here, would be the nose. And the mouth would be like here, would be the mouth. All right, that's pretty good. And then Packers, so you get the, was that white and black and yellow? Okay. And so then his chin. So then this is like mostly shoulder pad because his shoulders like here, here, and here. Like that. And then we get a little shoulder pad. And that looks like that, which will bring us to the sleeve. And then you're like down to the elbow right already, right? So elbow. And then it's just forearm and pointing. I think this pointing, pointing, pointing. I always have to think like the thumb side of the hand is the side that comes away from the wrist. So then I have to figure out in my mind, like, which is the thumb side, and like it takes me a second. Because then this part, you basically don't have to do anything. The bottom part just comes straight off the arm. And you have the couple of fingers that are sticking back, the finger that is sticking out, the thumb, something like that. Sometimes the thumb comes across the hand, something like that. Well, hands suck. Let's do that again. This is just the sketch. So, I mean, it's still in the sketch stage. So it's not a huge deal if I can't nail it on the first try. That feels better. Okay, now we go back here. We move this shoulder down a little bit from the original sketch, and I think that was the right move. Here's the shoulder pad, and then we have upper arm, forearm. So we want the hands to be kind of pointing in the same direction, so we're going to move that hand. This is not my eraser. I'm going to re-point that finger. And we're going to point this finger. Okay. So like I said before, thumb, and it comes up. This part of the hand kind of goes straight. Wait, this is, I drew two friggin' left hands like a dummy. It's not, I don't do that a lot, but when I do, I hate it. Hey. There it is. All right, we got it. All right. There's something. Oh yeah, he's wearing a glove. There we go. And now the shirt. So now we have his shoulders. Boom and boom. So we can do like the rib cage, which is kind of like a big loose triangle. Okay, and then this is like, this would be six pack if you could see a six pack, but, or if he has one, I don't know. So then this is like the chest thing that comes down. Okay. And we can draw a shirt over that whole contraption. There we are. Hey, Babette. We are doing, somebody requested Josh Jacobs from the Packers, and I said yes before I realized it was a real person. So this might be my first real person on stream. I'm still doing like a cartoon version, but today we did an bin chicken, an Australian bin chicken, which is a white ibis eating out of the garbage. We did this guy, Freddy. We did skeleton person. We did Foxy. We did a quick sketch of Coral from another stream we did a while ago. And we did this girl. This is original. We did wearing a heart, a rib cage vest and like a pink dress with some frills. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Babette. Thank you. Yeah, let's put let's see, how much time do I have left? Okay, I have about 12 minutes left. So I can finish up Josh here. We'll do a quick close up with him, and then we can do Babette from Dandy's World. I don't know who that is. I can't think of it off the top of my head if I do know them, but we will find out. We will do them. Okay, we're just gonna get the 8. This guy is it's Green Bay, right? Or is New England? I don't know. New England Patriots, Green Bay Packers. So there, he's number 8. I'm just gonna, here's my big eraser. I'm gonna erase some of these guidelines, see how this looks. And maybe we'll scribble a little color onto like the helmet and the jersey. Dang, it's loud. This kind of does look like I did not a bad job. I think he's a little. There we go. That was the big. I had like a. There we go. All right, something like that. And then they have this stripe here, You don't see the stripe there. His gloves are yellow. Okay. I don't think so. I don't. He's pointing. I looked him up, so I don't know the person. It was a request. I don't know the person, and when I looked him up, he was in this pose like a bunch of times. So I thought I would do the pose. Okay. And then we got to get some green. This is kind of the right green. It's better than I thought. I'll just kind of scribble that on there, just as a rough idea of what he would look like if I finished, if I actually were to color him. And then all right, let's do Bobby. Bobette. Okay, that's your PFP. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, Dandy's World. I have to look this up. Because Dandy's World sounds so familiar. I know I've done Yata before. Or is it pronounced Yata? Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do Babette. Oh, cool. Okay, is Dandy's World... Is this a Roblox game, Dandy's World? Okay, I think I have heard of it before. Oh, I'm excited. Babette. Babette. Whoop. Okay, so pretty cool Christmas ornament head. I like it. I like it a lot. I drew a lot of Christmas ornaments this year, but I did not do a Christmas ornament head. Kind of wish I had now. All right. That's good. Now some giant eyes. I like the way, like when you say giant eyes and you don't say the T. I like the way that sounds. I lived for a little while in Vermont, and when you don't say the T, they don't say the T. Most of the people I met when I lived in Vermont don't say the T. And then I stopped saying the T because, like, you don't want to sound weird. And I just think about that a lot. You end up saying Vermont a lot when you live in Vermont because there's like a lot of things named Vermont, like we're Vermonter. Oh man, I've played games like that. Or I've played them like 99% of my life. I'm gonna make this eye a little bigger. Let's erase the. Okay. Okay. And then innocent smile, of course. Fluffy collar. Why wouldn't you? Tiny arms, Christmas sweater. Pop, pop. Fluffy. What are these called? Cuffs? Fluffy cuff. An evil form. Is it the broken up one? I didn't even know. Dang. How much time do I have left? Oh, I'm not going to have enough time to do the evil form. But that looks fun. I can't see what her hands look like. So I think I'm just going to do like kind of. Sesame Street hands. Oh, perfect. That's what I did. That's what I did. All right, I definitely want to color her in. Okay, we have pink and red and another red. So that might be enough to get her to look like she's supposed to. So why don't we do this dark red? We'll do the loopy loopy on top and bottom, right? Okay. And we'll do the sort of middle bar. Okay. Let's color this middle bar in. Oh yeah. Pretty good. And we'll do, I'm trying to, well, let's just give it a go. I think this looks fine. Let's try this other red. Yeah, let's just do this one. I think it's, like, these are different enough. Yeah. Okay. Some blue gray for this guy. Some nice, serious, we'll do a little white. Nice serious black. There we go. His mouth here again. This is white. And then this is a couple different kinds of green. That's fun. We'll do a green there. We have this bright green. Is this, let's see. Yeah, it could be this. It could be this. We'll do some of these like stars things. And then we'll do some of these stripes. I like the design of this character. Whoever made them did a good job. I don't think so. A community post. I have a like I don't think I'm able to have people post to the community yet. I don't think I have enough clout with YouTube, but you can post in Discord. I have a Discord server that has open art that anyone can post in, and yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, thank you. And then I think we decided this is her regular color. I say regular, the lighter red, yeah. Let's get Oop. Sometimes when I'm doing this scribble fill, I concentrate so hard I start holding my breath. All right. I'm going to do a quick black outline. Not with this. With this guy, and I think that'll do us. What do I want for dinner? Oh yeah, that'd be great. You can post and tag me. That sounds awesome. Oh, I forgot to answer the dinner question. No, I don't. I don't even know what dinner is. Maybe chicken nuggets. Maybe I'll just go classic mozzarella sticks and chicken nuggets with French fries. That actually does sound pretty classic. So when I was fishing, we used to have these little red and white. It was like red with another stripe. And Oddfoot is my wife. So that's why she's the mod. She has no choice. I guess she has a choice. If she didn't want to be a mod, I would just be sad. We do a vlog on her channel sometimes, and other videos where I'm on camera and she's on camera. We're on camera, I should have said. And then lately she's been posting some of my really old drawings. Yeah, she's been posting some of my really old drawings of Stella and Steffi, which I'll show you the modern version. This came out great. I'm really happy with this. So this is Stella. Let's get Stella in here. This is a quick rendition of my cute stuffed elephant character. Stella, say hi. Hi. And then she has an older sister named Steffi. And this is Steffi. And Oddfoot posts the oldest. She's right now, she's going from chronologically as best as she can because we didn't organize them very good in the beginning. But she's posting some of the oldest versions, the oldest editions of Stella and Steffi and Friends. And it's a comic, a little cartoon I draw every day. And we've never posted them before. We just started doing it. I say we. She just started posting them. We've never posted them before. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we'll have to subscribe to you. Or at least I will. Let me write down your name because sometimes it doesn't show up after I close the stream. Bobette, Caroline, Caroline. 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, we are off. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you and everybody else who's watching in the future and everybody who watched in the past. We're going to go backwards. This is Bobette. We did Josh Jacobs. We did an ibis eating the garbage, a bin chicken. We did Foxy. Also, we did Coral, who hasn't been around in a while. Then we did Freddie. And we started with fashion drawing of a rib vest. All right. Thanks so much. Check me out. I stream Tuesday through Saturday. So not the next 2 days, but after that. Bye.